Quick question, Jonas. How far away was this tent from the other tent?
What other tent?
The white tent we came from.
Oh, it's a bit far away.
How far? 5-minute walk?
Sure, 5-minute walk.
Ooh, that means my sparring would have recharged on the way.
Can I do a check to identify if the rats were undead or?
Sure.
That'd be religion.
You can try that. That's a religion check.
No, I will try anyway.
You sure you're gonna try?
Yes, try.
The rats were certainly deceased with something, not undead themselves, everyone would think. But he seems to maybe remember something. He can do an intelligence check.
Intelligence check.
Mm-hmm.
You knew that one was coming.
Yeah.
Really, a 2?
Maybe you should have done an intelligence check.
No, if I did an intelligence check, that would have ended up being 5.
So these rats, in their appearance and second appearance, seems to have quite a resemblance to the rat the party found in the Foxglove Manor bathtub.
Everyone
Dun,
will
dun, dun.
examining it, and then we'll note this to everyone as he continues to examine the rats.
Roldar might also recognize them from the storage area he opened up in the basement and quickly closed.
Do you think the rats followed us?
I doubt it, because I believe they were here before we got back.
Yes, they were here before we arrived, so they couldn't have followed us, but they might have spread out in the hinterlands or in the wilderness. And maybe they were drawn here by something. I am not sure what, but maybe the life force of the people, or I'm not sure.
Maybe just a hunger for food.
Yes.
Everyone will then, notice the bite marks on almost everyone. Look at Alvyn. And we'll proceed to, want to check everyone's wounds. Being everyone will let me check their wounds.
Yes.
So I assume, Arenoss, you'll help me examine your wound, but...
Sure.
I mean, you can check. You can see if there's any extra pain or anything else.
I know my body, like my back of my backhand. Oh, wait a second, that freckle's new. Oh.
Roldar, you want to help look at his wound?
Okay.
Everyone look at my wound.
Look at me!
Arenoss gave me a +2 bonus, so hopefully I'll do well. Woo! So that was a 25.
Alright.
To check our wounds.
You find his wound, I suppose.
I'm checking our wounds.
You're bitten.
I have so declared. No, Erevan takes a while to sort of clean the wounds and not sew them up, but
I'm going to run out of money from buying linen here.
Yep, that's true.
Luckily, I have a second water skin for just for healing people.
Exactly. As the spider does this, there is another motion at the tent flap, and the sheriff storms in.
Hey, Sheriff, we dealt with your vermin problem.
He looks confused at the piles of dead rats.
You'll see the piles of dead icy rats. And Erevan just not paying him any attention and just dealing with wounds right now.
Rats. He sort of looks around. So many of them. He gets close and sort of leans down to take a look.
Careful, they're diseased.
He sort of takes a step back. I see. Oh, I guess this explains where the sickness came from.
Yes, we saw similar rats in the Foxglove Manor where we found the source. At least, I think it was the source.
He sure frowns in the manor, but that's over a day's trip from here.
Yes, and that's where we were. But the They might have come from there originally, but might have come all the way here in search of food or something like that.
There's no exact way to do it. It could quite easily be the rats inside the Pocket of Manor were the same ones that from here, but they did not come from the manor. They could come from somewhere else and gone to both
Certainly could.
The sheriff scratches his head. But how did they end up here then?
They're rats. They can find their way anywhere.
Yes, but sort of points at the two large piles of dead rats. There are quite many of them. Usually you find 1 or 2 rats maybe, but this...
What is this place filled with? Is it filled with
Maybe
food?
someone brought them here.
He nods, yes, this was a supply tent. There was food in here and water for the refugees.
With such a large concentration, it would attract more, but you are right, there is way more than naturally should be able to arrive.
Yes, maybe someone brought them here then to infect the people.
Sheriff looks at Arenoss. Brought them here.
A nefarious person, of course. Someone maybe employed by this source that we found.
Sheriff frowns.
They were in a box originally.
Where's the box?
Arenoss points to the splinters on the ground.
Sheriff looks at the splinters. There's not too much left of it, is it?
That's what happens.
It's what happens when a lightning bolt hits a box.
The sheriff does not look too happy with this turn of events, but he nods. I suppose so. Well,
Maybe we should inspect the box anyway. Might be a marking or some sort of message or something like that on it.
he nods, yes, maybe. I do have a feeling that we should burn this tent and everything in it.
Maybe so. Might be for the best. They have nod on some other things in here. And Arenoss points to a couple of places.
Mm-hmm.
And then he will inspect the box, sort of try to put the pieces together.
Alright, you can roll perception. You haven't. It's a pile of splinters. You can make no head or tail of it.
Alvyn got passive.
Alvyn went passive. Well, trying to put the box back together is not that easy. It's quite damaged. Alvyn sort of slowly begins to lay the puzzle.
There's no like small piece of paper anywhere or something like that?
No.
Right.
The box is filled with rat droppings, though. It seems that the rat, this was the rat's home.
Yeah.
So there's no indication where the box came from at all.
Well, piecing it together, there seems to be some markings on the box here and there. It's too burnt out, though, to really, say what kind of markers there could have been. But Alvyn gets a feeling he, might have seen this before. He's not quite sure. He can do a streetwise check.
No, it's not going to end well.
Or an intelligence check.
Can Arenoss also do that if he looks at the...
Yes.
Alright. Let's see. I will do a streetwise.
Arenoss actually remembers some of these markings. He has seen them on boxes at the marketplace from time to time. They have been... he believes that the markings are actually sort of indicators that the boxes were shipped and taxed for in Magnamar. So this is the seal Magnamar City would put on boxes that are sort of officially shipped out of the city.
Right. So then I think this is the seal of trading goods from Magnamar.
Erevan will go ahead. Now he's actually finished tending to Roldar's wounds and actually have a look at this.
The wounds that don't exist on Roldar.
They were bite marks, just they weren't bleeding in the slightest.
Yeah, I'm curious how temporary hit points sort of work in a physical level.
Don't think of that, Griff. Don't even go there, man. Because
my idea of how it works is think about it how I can heal you with words.
That doesn't help.
I think the idea is that Roldar's like rage is it like he just allows him to shrug off minor wounds.
Sheer willpower.
Yeah, it just wills it out of existence. He's doing a thorac, basically.
That's a condition. I don't like it.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, there's a lot of things that doesn't make sense.
To be fair, a lot of things are invigorating words and apparently give to him hit points.
Yeah.
Surely whenever Erevan gives his invigorating word, that surely instills
Inspiring
temporary
word.
hit points. Oh.
Not invigorating. It'd be cool if it was invigorating.
Invigorating word. 15,000 hit points.
Maybe it's like
See, how many hit points
Rahal
would
or
Roldar
Fury.
receive? We're all staring around the box with a Magnemar symbol, which Arenoss recognises, and I assume I'd probably be able to recognise it.
Sure.
So we're going there, I assume.
Well,
we were going there anyway, but
it could come from any place in Magnemar. We have no idea of where in Magnemar it came from. Could be anyone that sent it, or no. Sheriff, do you know where or who brought these boxes in here?
The sheriff seems to consider. I am not sure on top of my head. I can try to find out.
All right.
Will you be okay in here?
we'll be fine.
Oh yes, I think we are actually done here, unless there's something else we have missed.
He nods. Very well. Finish up your investigation then. We will probably burn this within the hour.
All right.
And he walks off.
We might want to look for holes in the tent to make sure that the rats didn't come in from the outside.
You guys go check that. Preferably try not to blow everything in this tent up.
Well, we won't if we don't have to.
I know they're going to burn the tent down, but I'd rather have us not with us in it.
Would be an idea, yes.
Looking around the tent, there are holes here and there. But doesn't really seem to be a lot of tracks around them. More like just weathered or ripped from being outside.
Right.
You don't really believe that the rats came from outside.
Out of curiosity, is there any other markings on the remnants of the barrel?
No. None that you can discern.
So nothing that might be able to pinpoint it to one, like a more specific area, maybe of Magnemar or something.
No, sadly not.
There might have been a number or.
You mean like an invoice sheet?
Yeah, basically. It's like,
One box of rats, here you go.
sent by Evil Death Corporation.
Not
So
exact.
if that, a crest, anything that could have been useful.
Yeah, nothing that the party can discern, at least.
A barcode or a QR code.
Let me just pull out my mobile phone here. Saloro gave it to me.
Everyone stares at Roldar.
I mean, it must have been constructed somewhere, and maybe there was a marking of that or something like that.
It's just a box, though.
Yeah, someone made it.
Yeah, but it's still a box. It's gonna be difficult to go. Did you make a box? And they go, yes. It's kind of hard.
Several people make boxes, Roldar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes,
No,
and it might have been a
something
marking
else.
indicating who made the box.
Oh,
Yes.
I mean, also to help us though, if we do decide to investigate this things like finding a finding a motive actually is one reason. Or just finding people who have actually sent boxes to, send boxes here.
Well, no one would really have a motive to do this unless they were undead or employed by undead.
Or don't like Sandpoint. Which choice?
I guess, but
You can't say no one has a motive.
where would you get all these rats?
Now that I don't even want to think about.
The only place I can think about is Foxglove Manor, because there were a lot of rats there, and they are similar to the ones here. You could easily pick up this many in there.
Jonas, how many rats are actually here?
It's it's a swarm, so it would be maybe approaching 100 rats all in all.
I mean, I know there was a few rats at Fox Government, but I don't know how many. I don't think there was like enough you could easily like round up.
Well, do you remember that storeroom where the floor was full of rats and there was holes in the wall going into the foundations?
I guess from there you might be able to get away with it.
Yeah.
So, would you really be able to do it without getting bit?
No, and that's why I think it was someone undead that did it. Because they wouldn't bite undead, at least I don't think so. Or an undead wouldn't care.
Undead might not care, but they would still probably bite. Rats tend to eat anything.
Maybe.
Did the sheriff say where he got most of these crates from, or did they just come with the refugees?
He was gonna go find that out. He didn't know at the moment.
Let's just take one final look around and then we can go.
Yes.
And then I might as well roll because Alvin's passive will avoid just blow mine out the water.
Oh yeah.
Or I can roll a 1 or a 2, whatever that was.
Yeah, I'm sorry, what did you roll for?
Just generally having a final look around, checking for anything else unusual in there, like other tracks, or searching specific, or carefully looking for like holes and stuff. Yeah, anything we can find.
The tracks might be hard to see after we
Yes, the tracks might be
after what we did.
You find nothing new, sadly.
All right.
Then evacuate the burning tent.
Exactly.
It's burning.
It's going to be burnt down like very soon.
Yes, you sneezed and it went on fire. It's like, oh no, not again.
Right, the party retreats out, and soon
Roldor's still standing there.
and soon see guards sort of gathering up and applying like wood to throwing wood inside, like starting to try to light it on fire to burn it down.
Arenoss uses his burning spray.
That might be a bit destructive.
Well,
Which is exactly what we need right now.
The tent is just very huge, right?
Not very huge.
No, he aims it at the ground inside the tent. Yes, there you go. And then he walks off.
All the guards just get set on fire.
And then he walks around the tent and casts Dragon Frost around the tent so it doesn't spread.
Frozen fire.
Now just freezes the ground around it.
So half the camp is on fire.
Maybe
and
you
the
might
other
just call
half
the
is
flood.
frozen.
Might just all melt.
No, it's not that much ice. Just the ground
Sure,
will
just
be melted. Yeah.
Yes, the tent burns to the ground. Sheriff looks on, turns to the Vanguard. I heard from the mayor that you have something to report to her, and he nods. I shall be attending that meeting as well, I think. Tomorrow, I believe it was.
Maybe. We don't know when Saloro will be returning.
He nods. Very good.
The moment Saloro returns, it will be confirmed.
Yes, we will inform you and the mayor.
He nods. Very good. I look forward to reporting.
Right. So, should we just wait for Saloro now, maybe? I don't think there's anything else important we need to do.
Not to my knowledge, so you are all dismissed to do as you wish.
Very well. Arenoss heads off.
Do you think there might be any more problems within the camp?
I don't think there'll be problems, though I am going to hang around and just keep an eye out. You may do the same if you wish, or you may leave for whatever business you want to attend to.
I'll keep company with you, Erevan. I'm not convinced that all of these things are dealt with yet.
Alvyn will stay at the campsite as well, but he will walk around on his own. Just
You want to stay with the skittering rats? Good.
yeah, of course.
You love the skittering.
He'll walk around on his own, just looking for something, just following his instincts, pretty much.
Away from Alvyn.
Nothing wrong with Alvyn, he's just small.
He gets lost. We lost him. You know, we just walked away. We couldn't see him anymore. Is that because he's hiding, or is he small in your hand? We don't know.
Who knows? Alright, so the Vanguard returns to town.
Well, one member of the Vanguard returns to town. The other ones are just hanging around, keeping a lookout.
Sure. Well, the rest of the day can be spent doing whatever shopping the Vanguard required.
Yeah, what would it cost just for like basic things like a new set of clothes? Since a set of mine are now sitting on a chopped up zombie.
Basically. And yeah, I think we will take a quick 5-minute break here, and we will return on the third day when Saloro returns. So Grimith finally can can join us this session, because he might want to play some D&D. Who knows?
Can we make it a 10-minute break? I have to walk my dog.
Okay, it's a 10-minute break.
Okay.
But isn't it late to walk your dog?
No, it's too early, but now it's time.
All right, it's a 10-minute break, and see you soon, folks.
This has been semi-productive.
It has?
Semi. We killed some rats. We did something right.
Oh, it's something.
Is Grimith still here, or has he just left? That's the question. Actually, no, I know he'd still be here, just really still have the recording going.
He may have gone away to have a break or whatever. I'm sure he'll tell us when he's here.
I'm a bit hungry.
Hello.
I'll go grab something. And hello. I see you've gone to visit Amiko immediately.
Interesting noise.
No, unfortunately
It's my
for you, unfortunately, I prefer Griff's door open sound. Far better.
Did you try Rome 2, by the way, Griff?
You have been abandoned.
I see.
It's fine. It's a break. He has a right to leave.
No.
You are not the leader of this party. You cannot say otherwise.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am sure. I also know I haven't put you as my second in command. Or the person to take over if I die.
What I am?
No, you're not.
No, I thought you said I was.
No, I said you're definitely not the person.
Ah, yeah.
You'd cause way too much clash.
Yes, I would. I don't know actually who would take over if you died.
I've got a death document written, so if my character dies, yeah,
Really?
final commands for the party are there.
Oh, nice.
I haven't needed it, but it's been written. And I change it every few sessions depending on how players interact and stuff.
No, I don't really think there is a good candidate to take over after you. Maybe Saloro would be the best one. I don't know.
I see Erevan lying on his deathbed. There is another Skywalker. Just hands you the message.
No.
Actually, it's actually written on the very front pages of my journal. So the moment you open it, that's the first thing you see. It's a death wish. There's several pages of death wish.
If you're reading this, I am dead.
Hopefully.
Actually, the top line is very similar to like if you're reading this, I am either unable to command the Vanguard or something similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fully
you're
written. I can't read it off the top of my head, but if Erevan does die, all of you will receive a PDF. Or whoever takes it off on my body, either way.
Or if someone steals it from me.
It works. In that case, you guys would not know who gets what.
We also still haven't divided up the loot that we found.
I know. I was saving it for this session.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the only one here who has any idea who will take over is Jonas.
Yes.
I'm very surprised.
I know the secrets.
He knows a secret that no one else has seen in Erevan's journal because he always skips past the page way too quickly. Most secret of pages.
Most secret of pages.
Actually, it's 3 pages, but that's beside the point.
Oh.
It takes more than one line to write down my death wish. More than one page, I mean.
It's a very, very eloquent death wish. That popsicle. Death wish.
It even includes drawings and diagrams.
Oh. This is how much I hate all of you. I have made a calculation.
I use my vast intelligence check to do this.
I perfectly remember.
I remember my days when I was just a youngster, just studying. It's quite a long time ago, you understand. Before the tower burnt down.
Indeed.
Really, that'd be some way to pass the test. You just remember every word the teacher says.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like having a guidebook right next to you.
Guidebook.
How to win D&D.
Exactly. How do I mine for fish?
I've not been happy with my rolls today, though. Half my rolls today have been 5s and 2s.
Yeah, yours have been terrible. Mine have been okay.
Yeah, I started the series with 20s, I ended with 1s and 2s.
You know, it had to happen.
Yep.
I was slowly draining my luck.
Yeah, you know, Lady Averages. She doesn't let you escape.
Is Lady Average the cousin to Lady Luck?
Oh yeah,
No,
could I have a
screw
short
Lady
rest, by the
Luck.
way?
Lady Luck is, she does not exist. Don't worry about her. What you
That's
want,
heresy.
what you want to worry about is Lady Averages. Lady Luck's much uglier sister. Because Lady Averages will show up and beat you to death with her ugly stick.
No, to beat me to death with my one stick.
Yeah, well, that's it, She's Lady Averages. It's like, she is a real concept in, like, Warhammer. If you play Warhammer, you play to Lady Averages. It's like, all right, I'm shooting 40 bolter shots. I'm calculating in my head, right? A little bit of a half will hit, and then half will wound, and then armor will take care of that many of the shots, half the shots. So for 40 shots, I count to kill 5 of the enemy. That's basically what you go for in Warhammer. You play to Lady Averages.
I haven't played any Warhammer, but I played some War Master. I think I've said this before.
Yeah, War Master. I remember that.
So much fun.
Does that exist still? Do they still do things with?
No, they don't make any miniatures anymore.
Right.
But you can still buy them at certain places.
Right.
I'm a member of, like, what's it called? God damn it. Förening.
It's basically a gaming club.
Yeah.
Right.
Where they have, I think, 6 or 7 teams, full teams of War Master.
Wow, that's highly unusual. I was before here in Stockholm member of a gaming club too called Dragon's Lair, which basically had one of the biggest sort of Warhammer gaming clubs in Stockholm, and there was no War Master there. It was 40k fantasy, and there was a lot of War Machine.
Yeah, there's a lot of Warhammer stuff there too, but yeah. I think there are 4 or 3 guys that play War Master, and they have so many miniatures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good for them. It's good that these smaller and lesser known systems actually survive and still are out there and being played.
Actually, it was interesting for me because I walked down after school. I actually went and peered into the local gaming shop, and there was like a good 30 people there, all painting Warhammer stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Then two people playing Magic the Gathering at the back.
Of course, there always are those people, Magic the Gathering people.
Every time. They're everywhere.
Yeah, they are. Look, where I work, walking down the hallways, you see students playing Magic the Gathering, and I'm happy.
No.
It's like, that's nerds in the making. I love it.
I actually didn't play Magic the Gathering, but I played Lord of the Rings trading card game.
I remember that.
Interesting.
It's actually very fun, and I have a pretty large collection of it, actually. must have spent thousands on it.
Yeah, it's like Warhammer. It's not cheap.
No, definitely not. War Master is even more more costly.
War Master's the kind of mythical one, isn't it?
War Master is the large scale one.
Yeah, it's the same world, but you play major large battles in it, like thousands of soldiers. So basically, you have unit stacks that you control with the leaders.
Yeah, it's like the 40k equivalent is it's called Epic.
Right. Okay, I get you.
Yep. I have a friend who is really a fan of Blood Bowl, but Blood Bowl, yeah.
Blood Bowl is fun.
It's infuriating.
I played it sometimes, but
how is it infuriating?
It's the best game ever. Not at all based entirely on luck.
Isn't that? Well, technically, isn't all of D&D also based on luck?
It's true, but in normal Warhammer, as I said, you play to the averages. So you try to minimize sort of randomness by trying to calculate the averages and playing to that. That's kind of the strategy, at least for me, when I play that. So I try to sort of eliminate the as much of the randomness of the luck factor as possible.
It's also is you make sure that you play to your class's strengths and downvote their weaknesses against specific races. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're playing against like Tyranids, you go for Splash.
Yeah.
If you're against like say the Grey Knights, you go for the most piercing damage you could think of and hope they don't roll a 6.
Exactly.
First time
Yeah,
I played
and I'm
that,
back.
I played against the goblins, and they had like all the special stuff in there. And the first round, he killed 2 of my guys.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
That's goblins. All right. Well, with cheap back.
Farmer Grump talking about Blood Bowl from nowhere.
Yeah, Farmer Grump with Jacob and Jebediah out back.